G'day team, it's Hamish here from Automower Tech, and today we're going to talk about schedules on a basic level, how to operate the app and change the schedule, and then later in the video how to choose the schedule for the model of mower that you have. So we'll get right into it. So go into your phone, go into your app. From your home screen there, you'll see schedule here. You can hit schedule, and that brings up what your current schedule is. Just go back to the mower. If you don't see schedule on your home screen there, go more, and then go settings, and then schedule. From there, whatever your mower's left at, you can go to edit, and you'll just see in here we've got 11 till 8 p.m. So if we wanted to increase that, we would just hit the 11 o'clock there. Move the dial around here, so let's go start mowing from 8 o'clock. Make sure it's AM on the right hand side there. Hit OK, and then go to the other time slot there, and we'll go 8 to 8, so we'll leave that at there, 8 AM to 8 PM on the right. Hit OK, and then you hit save. So this is all pretty basic stuff, guys. It's quite easy to navigate. The best thing to do is just to play around with it. From there you want to go top left hand corner and go back. Now you can see we've got 8 till 8. From there, if you want to change that, you can have up to two mowing times per day. So it gives you up to 14 different combinations. So 2 per day, 7 days a week, 14 different combinations. You don't really need to go up to the complexity of that, but you can do. If you want to add different time slots, bottom right hand corner, hit the plus sign there, and then you just change your time. So let's go 9 to 11 for example. So we're going to go 9 PM, change the right hand side to PM, OK, and then we'll just go to 11, and we'll change that to the right hand side there to PM again, hit OK, and then highlight some days, which days you want that to be on. So let's just go every day bar the weekend for that, and then just hit save. So basically every different time slot that you want to make for a different day, that doesn't match any other day, you hit another plus and add to it. So now that save will go back. So you can see the lawnmower starts to mow 8 AM, finishes 8 PM, and then there's an hour break. This is not practical, but this is just for an example, and it'll mow from 9 to 11, and it'll be finished for the day. It'll go back round, it'll sit on the charge plate till 8 AM and start mowing again. Yeah, and just edit, you just go back and hit edit, and then add your days. Highlight which days you want to do that on. So if we take off these other days, you can re-highlight what you haven't got times for and add in different times. If you're doing the same time every day, and then just keep that under the 1. So most cases you only need 1. To get rid of them, you just delete them on the right hand side, and then just re-highlight what you want for your other days, and then hit save. So the best thing to do is just to play around with that, and you can't go too wrong. You can always delete and go back and try again. So we'll just have a look at the graph here. So if you're new to automowers and you're not too sure how much mowing your mower needs, a lot of people always ask me how many hours will it take to mow my lawn. That's not really the question. The question really is, how many hours will the mower need to operate to maintain my mowed finish? So your automower wants to go out, your lawn already looks mowed, but it goes out and just grooms that finished height, meaning that it's just taking a little bit off and really regular. That way your lawn clippings are falling down into the grass bed, your grass isn't straining and growing and taking off a whole heap in one chunk, and it's always neat and tidy. So generally automowers need a good volume of hours and regularly most days of the week, depending on the model and the lawn size. So looking at the graph here, we've got hours that the mower you can choose or run on the left hand side. And I say choose or run because different models can't all run 24 hours a day. So a 305 and a 405 can run up to 10 hours per day, and after that firmware in the mower won't allow it to run longer than that. Likewise a 310, you'll see that goes up to 1,000 square meters but that can only run 16 hours a day. After that, the mower will tell you that it doesn't want to mow anymore that day if it's operating past its maximum schedule. But any of the larger models up from that, so the 315X, the 415X, and up to anything else beyond that, will run 24 hours a day. So that's something you do need to consider if you're buying a smaller model, that they can't all be just beating on your lawn 24/7. They don't need to, because they should be on a lawn that's small enough that that's not an issue. So how this graph works, so if you got a 450X for example, I'll go to my calculator, if you want to work out the area outside of your graph here that maybe your mower wasn't on here, probably chances are it is on here, but how this graph works roughly, so if you take the area that your mower can do, let's look at a 450X, can do 5,000 square meters. If you want to divide that by the amount of hours it can operate in a day, which is 24 hours, that gives you 208 square meters. So if you've got a 3,000 square meter lawn, you'll then divide that by the amount of hours, amount of area it can do per hour, so 208, that gives you a mow time of 14.4, so 14 and a half hours, 7 days a week that needs to run, just for example. But tracing across the graph there gives you a good understanding of it. Another good one to compare would be, say, a 415X, so that does 1,500 square meters. Divide that by 24 hours of operating time, gives you 62.5 meters square per hour roughly, going off that it needs to operate on. So then we go, let's say the lawn's 1,000 square meters, so 1,000 square meters divided by 62.5, so that, as you can see on the graph there, it's 16 hours, 7 days a week to achieve 1,000 meter mow time. So it's really common for people to not give Automowers enough hours. You can give them too many hours as well, and they'll just start rolling your lawn and flattening it out and just being a bit too hard on it, especially on wet conditions. It'll just track up a different area if it's going over and over it too much. So it is important to shuffle those hours around as the season goes on. You're going to have a lot of mowing time in spring, you might dry off in summer and reduce your hours and subtract days off so it's not working as much as it needs to, and then later in summer and autumn you can increase that hours. Many of the models, if you are larger, so you're pushing the size limits for your model, then you will need to be on 24 hours a day in spring to get the best results. But it is common that people don't choose enough of a schedule and they complain that the lawn doesn't look that great or the mower misses areas. So if you've got a patchy lawn, the Automower is just not crossing the lawn enough to keep up with that and it's behind, so increasing the schedule is what's needed. Or if you have remote spots in your garden and it's not getting everywhere, often that's not enough schedule time as well. So that's just a quick sum it up of basic level on how to set your schedule and get you underway. Alright guys, any questions, shoot them below and I'll do my best to answer those. Otherwise we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.